Coming up on Network Africa, Zimbabwe's vice presidents fall out, accuse one another of poisoning. And Tanzanian President John Magufuli reveals his monthly salary to the public. Plus, at least 3 killed and more than 20 wounded in an attack today at a court in Misrata, Libya. Hello everyone, I am BC Adebayo. A senior official in South Africa's ruling ANC is asking members of the party to act against those involved in corruption because of the damaging effects on the party's image. Zweli Mkhize made the remarks at a mining conference in Johannesburg. Zweli is seen as a potential candidate to replace President Jacob Zuma as African National Congress head at the scheduled party conference in December. Zuma, who many say must step down after a general election in 2019, faces numerous corruption allegations linked to his business relationship with the Gupta family, who are accused of using government influence to secure lucrative state contracts for their companies, an allegation Zuma and the Gupta family have denied. And Zimbabwe's Vice President Emmerson Mnangagwa has been criticized for a poisoning claim against Felekezela Mukoko, another vice president. Over the weekend, Mnangagwa said someone had tried to poison his food, and his supporters suggested a rival group within the ZANU-PF was responsible. But Mfoko accuses Mnangagwa of trying to undermine the authority of the president and fuel tensions within the party, as the doctors had confirmed to the president that it was a reaction to ingesting stale food and not poison. The government ZANU-PF has been battling to contain tensions within the party between rival groups wanting to succeed 93-year-old President Robert Mugabe. Tanzanian President John Magufuli has revealed his monthly salary, 9 million Tanzanian shillings, which is about $4,000 per month. Addressing local officials in the capital on Tuesday, Mr. Magufuli explained his government had slashed the salaries of executives at state-owned companies at 15 million Tanzanian shillings, or $6,700 a month, and read the Riot Act to workers opposed to the pay cut. Magufuli's salary is said to be a small fraction of that compared to other African leaders. He has no other publicly known sources of income, and his government said last year that it plans to submit a parliamentary bill that will prohibit public leaders from engaging in business to avoid conflicts of interest. Well, we'll still have more on that story later, but in the meantime, the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo has pushed back a controversial plan to withdraw passports without electronic security chips by mid-October. The move has sparked demonstrations, leading to the arrest of several people. Holders of the so-called semi-biometric passports now have until January 2018 to replace them with new ones. Authorities say that the new passport has better security features. They've also backtracked on the fee, with holders now expected to pay $100 instead of $185 for the new one. The UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson has been criticized for his recent comments on Libya at a fringe meeting at the governing Conservative Party's annual conference in Manchester City. Well, just before we get into that story, Mozambique and Malawi are at loggerheads over the use of the fake Twitter on their common border. In the latest incident, the Malawi border police chased away a group of Mozambican fishermen in the northern province of Nisa, allegedly because they were using mosquito nets to fish in the lake. The Malawi border police are reported to have fired into the air to disperse the fishermen from Mozambique's territorial waters at the time. Meanwhile, Provincial Police Commander Algas Mganda has called on the Malawian authorities to demand an explanation, promising to take measures to avert future incidents. A prominent critic of Rwanda's president, Diane Rwigara, has been charged with inciting insurrection against the state. Prosecutors say she has been charged along with her mother, Adeline Rwigara, and her sister, Anne. The provisional detention of all three had been requested. Darren Rugara has been barred from running in August presidential election. Investigators allege that Ms. Rugara committed an electoral offense by collecting forged signatures to endorse her candidacy. It's unclear what prompted the insurrection charge. Incumbent Paul Kagame won the election with 99% of the votes, leading to allegations of rigging, which were denied by the authorities. Network Africa returns in a moment. Do stay with us.